We have Selfhood, which is a global insights network.
Traditional research methods, it's not actually that useful. We believe that a stronger way to connect with these people is actually through a constant dialogue.
After the success of the first research study that we did last year, we thought it would be really interesting to look at a younger audience between 16 to 24.
Children don't think a great deal about how they're viewed by other people because they don't yet have the brain capacity to do that. Adolescents start to care about what other people think about them. It's a period of massive brain development.
The message we give the brands here is how do we make sure that you cement the right kind of perception for that audience in that particularly transformative moment in their life.
At this age, kind of late teens, early 20s, people start taking brands and products and services much more seriously because they start to reflect on who they are as a person and their identity forming.
We've developed 3 big themes which are all kind of wrapped up in the idea of identity forming.
This age group have always been at the heart of kind of rebellion. The difference now, I guess, is tech and connectivity.
The amount of movements in the past 5 or 6 years that have been heavily influenced because of social media.
Feminism, people turning vegetarian, people turning vegan, is going to be the duty of our generation.
This is people actually making a significant difference.
When people like mods and rockers used to rebel, they used to wear like safety pins as if that's anything.
Rebellion has turned into activism.
These people are connected globally. If something piques their interest, then they can actually do something about it.
I think it feels like it's been a lot easier for older generations to get the kind of traditional milestones of success.
The idea of working a 9-to-5 job in a place that I do not like to just get by is so unappealing.
Social media gives people lots of idealised images of what they might be when they're older if they're really successful.
You put out into the ether what you want people to see. I don't think it's realistic looking at people like Kim Kardashian or Beyonce.
I think that it's kind of important that you're not following a path or you are not doing what other people is doing, that you're doing just what you want to do.
When people say, they're the next Messi, you have to be your own person.
These guys are pursuing things that are important to them, not wanting to separate their private interests from their working life.
If you want to be something, you've got to act like it. If you're going to be a designer, you're going to dress like a designer. And obviously social media is a big part of that.
You can't surround yourself with business and mean people, but you have to be a rapper.
Within a social media sphere, what we're seeing is them putting on a variety of different sorts of influences to make up their identity.
Instagram kind of took over everything.
If they post something that doesn't get enough likes, they will delete it.
The way I prove myself out in public is so important to me.
People get enjoyment out of other people's enjoyment of you.
I make a lot of snaps and my views are going up.
By building your identity through and with peer approval, you're actually beta testing your identity as you go along.
It's more than just talking to cool kids in cool cities. It's about really deeply understanding the world in which they live in. By 2020, Generation Z will be worth 40% of the total consumer audience. They're setting the tone and it's different to anything we've ever experienced before.